Hey, hey, hey!
Are we live?
We're live.
Oh, goodness.
We're just a couple of minutes behind schedule, but that's, just about a minute behind schedule.
That's
but
okay.
Hello, I'm Rita.
And I'm Henry.
And if you guys have been following along with us, we are at Dis Nerds Live. So come on and pop on in and say hi to us as we get the show started. We have several things we want to share with you this evening. I'm just going to pull up our little cheat sheet here for me and Henry. Hey, Libby, thanks for sharing out. I appreciate that. But as we get started, we need to go ahead and make sure that you guys are aware that we are sponsored by Middle of the Magic Travel.
Ding, 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 ding. You can't do that part. No, just mine. Okay.
We are sponsored by Middle of the Magic Travel. Middle of the Magic Travel is an authorized Disney vacation planning service. And not only does Middle of the Magic Travel do Disney travel, Disney destinations, but they also do Universal, SeaWorld, all things Orlando, of course, Disney Cruise Line, and we also do Royal Caribbean.
Sandals and Beaches.
I know, Sandals and Beaches.
Oh,
so
okay. We do lots of these and are constantly expanding our realm, it seems like.
Yes. And we are an agency full of wonderful, wonderful people. So I'm maybe a little bit biased. Just a little bit, since we work there too. But anyway, first and foremost, before we ever became independent contractors with Middle of the Magic Travel, we were Disney fans. At least I was.
And I was married into the Disney life.
He's married into the Disney life. So if any of you guys have been following along, we just got back from our Disney vacation with just the two of us.
Still recouping from it.
Yes. Well, we're recouping because we're trying to get everything ready today because, of course, the work week starts back for us tomorrow.
It does.
So boo on that. But yeah. Hey, Ashley. So yeah, we are getting ready to start back with our work week. We have a few things that we do want to share with you. Just a couple of quick announcements. I want to share with you guys Mom's Day in the Park. So Mom's Day in the Park is coming up in February 2019. And you can find that information by just sending us a message. I also am going to working on adding it currently right now to the Dis Nerds Life website. That website is getting a bit of a makeover right now, and you'll find that it's going to be updated a little bit more often. So please don't forget about Mom's Day in the Park. This is a perfect time, if you have children or not, for all of the ladies to get together and have a great time. Lots of little events involved. We've got a whole little room set aside. Bridget says, woohoo, I'll be there. Yes, I'll be there too. So you definitely need to join us. Telling you, it is so much fun to go with your girlfriends to Disney. I just went this past July with Heather and Heather, and we had a great time. So as you're coming on right now and you're saying hi and all that, please go ahead and make sure that you share out, and also that you make sure that you are notified for every time that we go live, and you can click on those three little dots in the top corner and hit that notification so that you will know. So before we get into our topic for the evening, I do want to share with you just a little bit of Disney news. There is a new package that's coming out for Disney World, where you can travel to Disney World. I believe it's December 17th to the 22nd.
That is correct.
22nd?
22nd.
Okay, 22nd. And it comes with
the
all
ultimate Christmas Disney.
Yeah.
Is that how it's listed, I think?
Yeah, the ultimate Christmas Disney trip that comes with some time in Pandora. Well, you want to read off the details there, sir?
Let me see what all I've got over here for you. Oh, wow, there's a lot of details.
Yeah, there's a lot of details.
So first of all, the important thing to know is that you can start booking this package October the 22nd, and we think they're going to go pretty quick.
Yes,
so
it's limited, definitely limited.
Yes, so you're going to want, if this is something that you think sounds like you and your family, then you need to jump in on this. So this is going to be from December 17th through the 22nd. There's the only dates. You enjoy a 5-night stay, 4-day park hopper tickets with some exclusive experiences included. Exclusive nighttime access to Toy Story Land.
That's huge,
guys. On the 17th. Celebrate the seasons with a ticket to the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on the 18th.
That's my favorite event.
An exclusive nighttime access to select Animal Kingdom park attractions on the 19th.
Wait, Flight of Passage?
Which includes Flight of Passage, Navi River Journey, Expedition Everest, and an exclusive showing of Rivers of Light.
Let me just tell you something. when we were down there last week, we didn't ride Flight of Passage. We didn't get fast passes for it, and that's kind of a whole other story about why we didn't do that. But every time I kept looking about fast passes for wait times for Flight of Passage.
Oh, Lord.
205 minutes.
3 hour wait regularly.
Easily.
And it's an excellent ride. If you are not going to be back down there in the next couple of months afterwards, like that Rita knew she would be done for, and I'll be down in this next spring, then, I knew that we could turn around and still, we can ride it again later.
Yeah.
No big deal. So, continuing. Let's see, that's the 17th, the 18th, the 19th. On the 20th, you have an exclusive early morning access to Disney World, the World of Disney store and Christmas tree trails at Disney Springs. And then on the 21st...
Those trees at Disney Springs are pretty cool.
Yeah. Enjoy an exclusive holiday-themed buffet dinner event at Epcot.
Does it come with seating for candlelight?
It does not say that right there.
Well, I would request that. I'd be like, can you get me seats into the candlelight processional? Because I say that Mickey's Christmas party is my favorite event. That's my favorite paid event. My favorite free event is definitely the candlelight processional, and I would go year after year after year to see it.
Sure.
Anyway, so that's a big announcement. So if you are interested in that,
it's a huge event, and for them to just announce it just now means that on the 22nd, which we're talking about next Monday.
Sure.
A week from now.
Yeah.
Effectively, it's going to go live. So if that's something that you're interested in, you need to reach out to Middle of the Magic Travel and say, hey, I want to do my ultimate Christmas party.
I believe in the link that's on the Facebook page, we linked in Middle of the Magic Travel. You can contact them or you can send us a private message. Either way. Yes. Bridget says next Monday. Okay. Next big...
That's when they go... wait a second.
Oh.
That's when we can start booking it. If that's something you want, you need to talk to us before then.
Yes.
So that whenever we get up on Monday morning and the phones go live, we will be on it for you.
Right. And right now, I don't know who all is watching, but I can tell you right now that we've got 2 other agents here watching right now. So there's us and 2 other agents who can help you book. So make sure that you contact us beforehand. Okay. So... big announcement, but it's no surprise. Disney Cruise Line has been voted as the #1 large cruise line with Condé Nast. So, yes.
Every time I hear Kanye West.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is that's a really great thing.
That is.
And Disney Cruise Line, which we have been on a couple of Disney cruises, and they are absolutely fantastic. Well worth every penny that you spend. The level of service that you get there is above and beyond. And you think you get good service at Walt Disney World or Disneyland? Oh my gosh, go on a Disney cruise. So it doesn't surprise me that they've been voted the #1 large cruise line for this past year. And right now we already have early bookings for 2020. So if you're looking to get the best deal as far as Disney cruise is concerned, the farther you book out, the better.
That's right.
Yeah, they definitely do not decrease their price the closer you get to sell time, unlike other cruise lines. And so, yeah, lots of hearts for that one. So show your love for Disney Cruise Line by hitting all those hearts as you are watching. Okay, so here's a big announcement, and I don't want anybody to panic about this, but I really feel like I should say something because Disney has a whole new ticket system. Well, I shouldn't say whole new ticket system, but a new ticket system set up. And in the past, when you purchased a Magic Your Way ticket, is what it was called, you had 14 days from the beginning of the day of use to use that ticket. And I had said on last week's show that is going to change a little bit, and I didn't really feel like it was going to affect the guest. And it's not. It's really not going to affect you, but you're going to have a shorter amount of time to use that ticket.
Just from 14 to 10, right?
Well, it depends on the type of ticket that you buy. It's usually
Okay.
2 or 3 days more than, so say you get a 3-day pass or whatever, it's like, it'll be like you have to use it within 5 days or something like that. It's all different, and your travel planner will let you know how that works. But most people are not.
I don't think it's going to affect most people.
It's not. And really, honest to goodness, guys, this is all about Disney trying to know who's going to be in the parks and when. So they're just trying to gauge, ultimately they're trying to gauge how many people to have working that day. It really comes down to them and them trying to sort of get a hold of what's going on in their parks.
I mean, because ultimately what you could have done before is you could have come down and been there one weekend and then missed the entire week and then come back the next weekend on the old one on just like a 3-day pass. So I understand why they want to be a little more, hey, but the vast majority of the folks that get out and travel, you go, hey, I'm traveling down. I'm going to drive down on Saturday and I'm going to drive home the following Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there for 6 days. I want to get a 4-day park hopper so I can rest once or twice in the middle of the thing after doing my 4-park challenge. You know,
which we're going to talk about.
Yes, we will. So I get that. It's not going to affect. There's the 1% of people that this is going to affect, and that's why you get a travel planner that's going to help you out with all that.
Absolutely. So when you see that come up and when you talk with your travel planner about it, just know that it's different and it's not that big of a deal. So, all right, cool. That's really all the announcements I have. I'm sure there's much more in Disney news, but to be completely honest with you, I've been kind of out of touch with Disney news because, well,
we've been
there. So we haven't really been keeping up with what's going on online. And I mean, I only watched a little bit of the weather while we were down there. So.
We only watched the weather to make sure we weren't going to get hammered by Michael.
Yeah.
And I feel for, if any of y'all out there or you know people that were involved with it, I was devastating pictures with it and stuff. But, honestly, when I'm on vacation, I was on vacation. So.
All right, so what we're going to do tonight is we are going to give you a recap of our vacation. We're going to make this really quick and short.
We won't, because I'll be talking.
Do you have any Disney trivia for me?
I'll have it before the show's over.
Oh, no. That means it's going to be hard. Okay. That's always your job, is to have that Disney trivia.
I was just going through and doing a quick check again to see if there was any other news that we might have missed.
No, I don't think there is. Okay, so the first thing that sticks out from our whole vacation recap was our very last day before we even hit the road, because I had so much fun. Because we went over to the Caribbean Beach. I say Caribbean Beach. We went over to Caribbean Beach to just check things out. And they had just opened up their new lobby, and we wanted to see what it looked like. And it was quite beautiful. And I can't wait to stay there in November. But when we did that, we saw a sign for Disney Skyliner, except it was covered up. So it's there and ready to be peeled off when it opens up.
It was cool looking.
So we got to see a lot of the Skyliner construction. Disney's working really, really hard. I think it'll be finished probably earlier than whatever they say they're doing. Who knows? But
so one thing that did come through on the Disney news while we were on vacation is just for those of y'all who are afraid there wasn't enough places to eat at Disney Springs. There's
another one?
There's another. CityWorks Eatery and Poorhouse will be opening Disney Springs in 2019.
Pour is in P-O-W or P-O-U-R. When
Yes.
you said pour, I thought, pour is in pour your drink.
Yeah, it'll be over on the west side next summer. So,
that's cool.
That's another eatery coming in. But beyond that, can't see a whole lot of other.
That's it?
That we haven't already turned around and.
Okay.
Experience the unsolved mysteries of Barefoot Bay at Disney's Caribbean Beach.
Oh, I'm sure that's just something that, like a little, an interactive event.
An evening of immersive storytelling during this interactive boating scavenger hunt.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would enjoy doing that.
It's you wouldn't be allowed to.
Why not?
It's for ages 10 to 16.
There was a time I passed for 16.
Yes, that time has passed.
Wow. Did you guys hear that?
Yes, you passed for a 21-year-old now.
29, right?
29
and
always.
Absolutely.
29 and always.
Absolutely. I was looking for my photos. So I could show you guys some pictures, but you know what? It doesn't look like any of them have uploaded. How interesting. I was going to show you pictures of our trip, but they're not here.
Why not?
I don't know. So strange. Who knows?
Tell you.
Oh well.
Technology fails. That's the second fail tonight.
Hey, it is what it is.
It
right?
is. They're not here for the pictures. They're here to listen to us.
Are they really?
I think so.
All right. So
wait. Everybody just left. I'm confused.
Well, let's go ahead and let's keep going with this show, and let's talk about what we want to share with you guys. Okay, so we stayed at Pop Century, and let me tell you, Pop Century was a great choice. We really enjoyed it. We got a preferred room, and it was definitely preferred.
Lord.
I will always get a preferred room at Pop Century.
It was on ground floor for us,
Mhm.
and it was, you walk out of the lobby, and it was the second closest room we could have had.
Yep.
Only reason it wasn't the first closest is because it was on the back side of the building instead of the front side of the building, and that was it.
That's true. It was really, really, really great location. I was very pleased with the location personally, and I liked it because when my feet were tired and I needed to move somewhere, or get from the bus to our room, it didn't take any time at all for me to get where I needed to be.
Did you get your phone for you to help you load it onto the computer?
Well, no, I was trying to find our comments. Our comments have disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got those over here.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing any comments, and I can hear them. I hear them popping. I hear somebody saying it. Sorry for the delay.
That's an old one.
Show.
What is going on?
I was just trying to find.
No, you stopped talking and I was researching.
There they are! Yay! Okay. Currently, you can only rent bikes at the club, no boats. Are you talking about the? Sorry, Bridget. Are you talking about over at Caribbean Beach? Yeah, I don't.
She is.
I wouldn't rent a boat there anyway with all that construction going on, for sure.
But no, I think she's going back and talking about the what we're talking about for the kids.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, well, anyway. All right, so Pop Century, preferred room. It was right there at the very end as we walked out of the main lobby building. We were, like you said, just the very first room, which was really nice. It was really great. And it did make a great trip for tired feet. So if you are looking at staying at Pop Century, that just a little bit of extra cost, and it really is just a little bit of extra cost, I highly recommend the preferred room. And we were on the opposite side of the pool, or I should say on the other side of the building away from the pool, which I personally liked because we didn't have to listen to all of the pool stuff because we did sleep. Well, I slept quite a bit. So
just the last night for 14 hours.
I slept a long time. But the reason why I did that, well, we'll tell you in a minute. But we also spent our first full day at Disney, doing the Food and Wine Festival. And I have to say, we definitely did the Food and Wine Festival this year.
Yeah, we did about half of it. We made halfway around the world.
I think in the end, we ultimately did about 75% of it.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so favorite thing at Food and Wine?
Oh, Lord.
He's going to have a hard time remembering.
I am.
I know mine.
Okay.
Mine was the Guinness Bailey's shake.
Yes, you talked about that to everyone that will listen to you.
It was so good. Like, I would drive back right now for that. I hope that they bring that back. That was just one of the best things that I've
You just
ever
want
had.
the recipe to have here at the house.
Well, yeah, but it tasted like a chocolate milkshake. It was
did.
Really good. It was very good.
It did. It was very good.
I know. You like the seafood salad.
Well, no, that was just because that was opportune for me. Every time I was extremely hungry, that's where I was nearby.
Yeah, but even the first time we had it,
It was
really
good.
liked it.
Yes, the thing is, I didn't really have anything that just, I went, ugh. And I didn't have anything that blew my socks off. There was a lot of things that were
What
really
about the corned
good.
beef?
It was good.
Oh, okay. I really liked it. I liked the seared scallops too. So honestly, some of my favorite food came from that Coastal Eats and that where the Active Eats, the Coastal Eats and Earth Eats, which isn't even like
the barbecue over there was really good.
Yeah, that wasn't even a part of the countries. Those were just a couple of marketplaces that were themed differently.
What I liked the most was the culinary experience.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was good.
So on Thursday, we
Day two.
hopped over to Epcot and we did a culinary experience, and we got to see someone demonstrate how to create a dish, and we got to eat the dish too. And it was a Korean type barbecue, which does not give it justice at all.
Oh no, it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
The only downside to it, there wasn't enough for me.
Well, and it's not meant to be a full meal.
I understand that.
But you do get to you give tips and tricks from an actual chef. And
the chef that we saw, he has 4 active restaurants up in the D.C. area.
Yep.
He has had, in the last 14 years, 7 different restaurants.
10.
10 different restaurants, sorry. So, and like everything else, you try something, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. He said his original one that he opened up 14 years ago, they just closed down.
Yeah, I think they called it Eve.
Yeah, it's called it Eve.
Or something.
The great thing with it was afterwards, he was there to meet and greet and chat with people. So I was able to go over and talk to him and ask him how close to gluten-free was this meal, because he had made comment during it that he had made it gluten-free for those of us who were eating there.
And we have gluten-free friends.
And we have a friend who is gluten-free, a family that's gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
And he was only changing 2 things, and he said the change is really not a whole lot of change.
Yeah, I'm excited because really I want to make it for our friends who have the gluten intolerance. So
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm
excited. So that was probably my favorite.
And it wasn't hard.
Thing.
I mean, it wasn't overly difficult, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And I also learned that pork belly was bacon, and I thought I was I could cook. I'm not a bad cook.
You're not a bad cook.
And
You're an amazing
I was
cook,
I had no idea. Anyway, learn something new, right?
Every day.
So we did that, but we also went to the Halloween party, and our goal for the Halloween party was to take all the magic shots that we possibly could, and we succeeded.
Did they finally all load up?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was freaking out just a little bit. We attempted the Headless Horseman shot more than once, because the first time they had me with 0, and Zero, that is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was cool, but I wanted to see the Headless Horseman. Something I learned about the Halloween party is we went into Mickey's PhilharMagic, which was a treat station where you could get candy, and instead of showing Mickey's PhilharMagic, they were showing Disney cartoons and
Halloween-based cartoons.
Yeah, and so they were showing Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman.
And then
Sleepy Hollow.
Was it? Is it Lonely Ghost?
Yep, Lonely Ghost, which was cool because I was like, I have a figurine for Lonely Ghost. And also,
what was that meal?
That was the Seared Scallops.
Seared Scallops. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Of what we ate, and it was from the Eats area.
Yes, Jen, it was so fun. Thanks for joining us, Jen. The Halloween party was quite a bit of fun, and my favorite was going around to find all the pictures, and the fireworks were so awesome. But Friday is really the day we want to tell you about.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
We had so much fun. So
someone got the idea in our heads that we should do a 4-part challenge, and we both thought this is a great idea. And it was a great idea, so don't get me wrong with all this. My calves are still questioning whether it's a great idea. And like I told Rita this today, I said, next time we do a 4-part challenge, it will not be on our last day. It will be before a day of rest maybe, but then because on Saturday we got in the car and drove 10 hours to get home, so my legs are a little stiff. But it was amazing. It was so much fun doing it.
And so a 4-part challenge is definitely something that you don't want to do with kids in a stroller. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it would be it's a little intense, and so you don't want to do it with kids in strollers. But I definitely think that teenagers and tweens would absolutely adore it. I think they would, because it is all about riding.
Yeah, and it would, especially those who don't have to ride every ride in a park, but want to get in there and just be able to get down with it and go, oh, that was so cool. I mean, it's kind of like, whenever you turn around, you talk to somebody that young 20-year-old that's like, I'm here to drink around the world. Okay, I don't need to go drink around the world anymore. I wanted to go do a 4-part challenge instead. So, next time we're going to do a 5-part challenge.
Yeah, he wants to add in because I was like, what? And he wants to add in a water park. And I was like, I don't know. But
we'll figure it out.
I think we should just add more elements to the 4-part challenge.
I'm fine with that too.
So here's what our rules were for the 4-part challenge. 3 attractions, One of them has to be an e-ticket attraction, which means it has to be like one of the best attractions in the park. The other 2 attractions, it didn't really matter. You had to have a snack or a meal at the park, and you had to take a picture in front of the iconic
monument.
Whatever. Walt Disney called them weenies. And so that's what I call them. But like, the Tree of Life and Spaceship Earth and Cinderella's Castle and what did I leave out? Tree of Life, Spaceship Earth, and the Grauman's Chinese Theater.
Correct.
So you had to have your picture.
Or if you had a time machine.
Oh, that awful sorcerer's hat. So
I love to bring it up because I didn't hate it like she does.
Yeah, so you had to do those things, and then let's see.
And then we had to have a photo of a cast member. Us with a cast member.
Yeah, so what we did, and this was so cool. Every time we were having a photo taken in front of the park's main focal point, is what we'll call it.
Iconic.
We went up to a PhotoPass photographer that would take those pictures, and we said, you know what? We want you to be in the picture with us. So we took selfies with each PhotoPass photographer that was in front of that.
And 3 out of 4 of those
they
were joyous.
Joyous is right.
They're like, wait, you want my picture?
Yeah.
So for someone who takes people's pictures all day long, all of a sudden somebody one of the people the one was like, okay, but all the rest of them were like, wait, me? This is you want my picture? And we're like, yeah. So they got them in the middle. They were in between us. We turned around and took a selfie with them, and we had the icon behind us, and it was so much fun. I tell you, whenever you go, and of course I'm a big believer in paying it forward as much as possible, and showing love and happiness. So these cast members who work day in and day out to make it as magical of an experience as it can be for us when we go down there. Every now and then, just being able to pass a little magic back to them is super cool. So whenever you're on your next vacation, just stop off. First of all, anytime you see someone, just thank them. Hey, thank you for making my day better. But then, hey, stop off at a PhotoPass person and go, hey, I need to do a selfie with you and that in the background, and just see where it goes from there. So much fun.
So we made sure we did all of those things, and we had a blast doing it. And if you really want to know all the details, then I would recommend that you go over to Dis Nerds Life page, and you can see all of the posts. I'm working on some blog posts over for Dis Nerds Life webpage. So you'll see those coming up, and you'll see all of the pictures of everything that we did. So what I want to know is, would you do a 4-part challenge, and what rules would you create for that 4-part challenge? I think that more can be added in.
Definitely more can be added in.
Because we were actually done. I'm sorry to cut you off. Sure. We were actually done by 8 o'clock.
We started at 7 in the morning.
And that means getting on the bus.
We got on the bus at 7 in the morning. We got in line for the bus at 7 in the morning. As somebody in our party panicked when we saw a line out there at 7.
I was shocked. I said, I think I put a picture up that said, somebody must be using the planning services of Middle of the Magic Travel because they're all here.
Yes.
They know the tricks.
So luckily there's a second bus rolled up right as we're, on the first one had just filled up. But it was a lot of fun. Just the whole experience. Starting off, we're there early, and then we were back in the room by 8:30 at the latest. It was somewhere between 8 and 8:30. We were back in the room, which our last park, and if we'd planned it differently, we could have even gone to 10 o'clock.
Well, and to be honest with you, the reason why we planned it the way we did is because they had the Halloween party that night.
Correct.
I personally would change it in retrospect. Well, I knew this going in, actually. I would fix it to where I did Animal Kingdom in the morning so that you could get a Flight of Passage and then do Magic Kingdom last. Because almost always, if there's not some kind of event going on at Magic Kingdom, there's some kind of extra magic hour, and then you're staying open until 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So
they happen to have the extra magic hours in the morning for us, and that's why we did it.
Yeah.
Because we were out of Magic Kingdom by 9:30.
Yes. I want you to realize what it means to be at the front of the park. And I know we harp on this, but being at the park before it opens, and we were there gosh, 30 minutes before it opens.
Maybe.
And
15 minutes, maybe.
And so they had us, they corralled us over to the right of Cinderella's castle.
And you split going in there, whether you're going into Tomorrowland or you're going back to Fantasyland. They kind of split us there, so the crowd wasn't as bad, and they only had those two lands open for the early part.
And so we were able to ride Buzz Lightyear, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and we waited it until 9 o'clock and we rode Haunted Mansion because we
did Seven Dwarfs first though.
Yeah, first thing.
And we went over there and followed the crowd. It took us about 20 minutes to get in
and get off.
We were off and within 20 minutes. And
at 8:20.
At 8:20, the line was already a 60+ minute wait. The queue line was already out and almost down to the tea party.
Yeah.
The Mad Hatter's tea party down there. It was a long, and there's someone, and we were walking by, somebody goes, "Get here early," they said. "Get no lines if you get here early," they say.
Early means before the park opens.
Early means
not at 8:20.
Yes. And it means also not lollygagging back.
Yeah. So all to say, again, if you can get there before the park opens, it's amazing what all you can get done, because we were done with two, technically. Well, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is definitely an e-ticket attraction. Buzz Lightyear is a very popular attraction.
Correct.
Because people love to shoot things and get points for them.
That's right.
And so...
and somebody rocked it this week.
I still didn't get that 999,000.
It's so... Every other vacation up until this vacation, you were a 200-pointer.
300.
Okay,
300,000.
All right, 300,000.
This trip,
and I'm a 4 to 5 normally, and I'm like
this trip I was a 700.
I tell you, I was still my 4 to 5, so I'm going to do some practice and
I actually had some people ask me online, "What's your secret?" My secret is get online and look it up. Henry says I'm a cheater.
Pumpkin eater.
Yeah, well, I shared with you my secrets, and you still couldn't beat me. So yeah, we were able to get a lot done in a really fast short amount of time over at the Magic Kingdom. Then we took the monorail over to Epcot, which, by the way, I have to tell you, that was the other thing. We had to use
different modes of transportation throughout the thing.
I think that's kind of key to using different modes of transportation, because what it makes you do is it makes you sit down and it makes you rest.
Yes.
For a minute. And so we took the monorail over to Epcot, and we were able to do Test Track with single rider line. We were able to do Spaceship Earth, which, oh my gosh, on crowded days, Spaceship Earth gets these crazy long lines. We were able to get on it within about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it still was pretty long line, longer than I'm used to.
Yeah, and then we did Impressions of France, which is my favorite, and we ate a whole lot more there than what we anticipated, because we honestly anticipated doing one snack in each park. But oh my gosh, that lobster roll was calling, and we had to get it. And what else did we end up eating while we were over there?
I got some more seafood whenever you went to go pick up your cutting board.
Oh, we got sushi in Japan.
We got sushi in Japan, and something else also.
After we left Impressions of France, it just puts you out into this lobby where and I'm going to butcher the French name, but the patisserie, where they make pastries. And
it's called the pastry shop.
Yeah. The pastry shop in English.
It doesn't sound as pretty, I know.
I know. I had the best chocolate mousse. It's so good. And you had a Napoleon, I think is what it's called, which means layered.
Yeah.
In culinary terms.
The young lady there said that was her favorite, so I went with it. I know a lot of times we'll walk up and just ask someone, like when I walked up to Japan, I couldn't decide between a couple things. I told her, I said, what do you recommend? And she's like, the duck. Good, I'll take that. Well, here I went. I don't know what I want. I want a dessert. What do you recommend? Oh, Napoleon. Okay, give it to me. I was like, okay.
It was really good.
It was okay.
So then we took the boat ride over to Hollywood Studios, and Hollywood Studios was the point in the day where it was like going on 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was very hot. And it was very difficult to get into attractions without any kind of fast pass.
It really is. In hindsight, being 2020, I would have said Park 3 is the one to have actually got the fast passes on.
I agree. Park 3 is definitely the park that you want to get fast passes with.
2 or 3, depending on what your second and third ones are.
Yes, I think if you keep Epcot as your second one, you can go without fast passes.
Correct.
So with that said, yeah, it was hot. We didn't want to do anything in Toy Story Land because all the queues are outside. And we knew if we stood outside in the heat, we'd be done. We wouldn't make it to the last part.
Correct.
So we did Star Tours, and we did Muppets 3D, and we did the Little Mermaid show, which was a nice little, I forget, it's a cute show.
It is a cute little show. It's very short. Well, I won't say very short. It's 17 minutes. Goes off every 30 minutes. So it was, we debated between it and Frozen. We've seen Frozen the last couple of times through, and we decided to go over to it because it's been a while since we've seen it.
But the boat ride between Epcot and Hollywood Studios is really nice. Another long sit-down rest kind of time. 30 minutes is how long it took because it had to stop at some attractions. But we got to see lots of
resorts.
Resorts. We got to see lots of construction for the Skyliner. I took a picture, and I'll put it up and share it. But I took a picture of what I thought was going to be the new bus stops.
I still think it is.
You still think it is?
I still think it is because they've torn down where the bus stops are at.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the
There's
bus
a
stops.
lot going on
There's
for
a lot.
Hollywood Studios.
Let me tell you. So once we got done with Hollywood Studios,
we took a minivan. Which was wonderful.
Which was a great trip, except our minivan driver and us didn't know where the same places would be at. And he said, yesterday I was supposed to pick y'all up over there, but today we pick y'all up over here.
And the cast members don't know either.
Yeah, they didn't know where.
It's really kind of a mess over there.
So it is a one big old hot mess right now over in the parking area.
It's just the parking area. It's not
just the parking area.
And it's not that the service was bad. It's just that things are changing, so nobody really knows.
Correct. And there's one thing about Disney that I love / hate is how secretive they are of things. Is because they're so secretive of it, a lot of times you don't know. But I love that also because then whenever I get down there, there's something new going on. And
there's always something new.
Yes.
Always something new. So then our last park was Animal Kingdom, which I have to admit it's still like my favorite. It's truly, if we weren't there to do the 4-part challenge and to make sure we hit all those attractions, and of course we ate at Satu'li Canteen, I could have just.
Satu'li was our last thing we did.
Yeah, I could have just wandered around and listened to the music and just watched people interact, and I don't know.
My only thing with Animal Kingdom is it is a hot park.
It is hot, but I didn't care because it's beautiful and it's so well themed, and I just am repeating myself from anybody who's watched us regularly. So, we had a great time at Animal Kingdom. We were able to do Safari, Primeval Whirl, and Dinosaur. We had fast passes for all three. We were able to get. Oh, we didn't have Dinosaur.
We had a Dinosaur.
Yeah.
We had the other two. We just happened to walk out, and because when we got on Primeval World, it was an hour wait. I'm like, well. And we got off Primeval World, and also the 10-minute wait. How did that happen?
Oh, goodness gracious. A huge thing happened on Dinosaur, too. It was really cool. I opened my eyes for the very first time. How many times have I ridden that, Henry?
Oh, every time we go, because I love the ride. I think it's a great ride. I love the mechanics of it and stuff like that. So
yes, Bridget, I went into the Pandora bathroom, and yes, I listened to it. And I hope it's the bathroom that you were talking about, the one that as you come in on the left.
That was something. Okay, so that was something else that was recommended to us that we did.
I took pictures in every
a picture in every part in one of the bathrooms. Because some of them are amazing.
Yes, I had to do the Tangled bathroom.
Yes, the Tangled bathroom, the Pandora one. And before we were talking about doing all of this, we were over at the Beach Club on Tuesday night, where we stopped over there because you wanted to swing in, go over to Epcot to clock in for one day.
We were at the boardwalk.
What did I say?
The Beach Club.
My bad. The boardwalk. But I went over. I had to go to the restroom over there, and one of the bathrooms, it was so cool themed. I'm like, man, this reminds me of what would look like on the boardwalk back in the 1920s and stuff. So it's an outstanding. Their theming is amazing.
Yeah.
As always.
Yes, yay, Bridget, I went to the right one. Yes, the sounds are awesome in there. And when I walked into that bathroom, I know I can't believe I'm talking about this. I've been in the bathroom before. I've been in there more than once. But, I don't know. It didn't feel like a Pandora bathroom. It felt like a bathroom in a resort. I was like, wow, look at all this tile. This is really pretty. Oh, listen to the sounds. Yes, I was like, Whoa, I never stopped long enough to really pay attention until Bridget told me to, and I'm glad I did.
So it's one of those things, folks, of sometimes you need to slow down and smell the bathroom. Oh, wait, the roses.
That's awful.
Slow down and smell the roses. Sometimes it really is all about slowing down on your vacation.
Yes.
Which
is not what you do on a 4-part challenge.
No, you don't slow down on that part of it, but you realize the fact that you're going to be back again.
Yeah.
Please
go back again.
Yeah, you're going to go, and it doesn't matter whether or not you're going to Disney World or you're going to Washington, D.C., or you're going over to Europe. If you do it once, there's a high possibility that you're going to figure out a way to go back.
Yep. So
do not turn around and break your body on trying to see everything at one time.
Right. So in the end,
we broke our body trying to do everything.
We did, and we got back via bus. We got back to the resort, and we were back by 8:15, and I was asleep in the bed at 8:30.
So she wore this really cool dress called a Park Hop Till You Drop. And so we thought it'd be cool. Like, we have a picture, and she'll put it up later of her laying in the bed with this shirt on. You know, she's kind of late, so you can actually read what it says on there, stuff like that.
Did you not post it?
It's been posted on the last the wrap up post of it, which was really cool and stuff. And I took the picture, and then she never moved.
No, that's not true. I got underneath the covers.
Okay, all right.
I fell asleep in my clothes, y'all.
She was tired.
I was tired. So with that said, that was our trip, and it was a wonderful trip. And next week, yes, I really did fall asleep in my clothes, Bridget. Next week, Bridget is actually going to be on along with the agency owner, Tracy Elswick, agency owner of Middle of the Magic Travel, and we are going to be talking about something that I can't remember right now that is already planned, and it's just left my brain. Bridget?
I'll be driving home.
Oh, it's top 5 things not to do, I think, at Disney is what we decided.
Oh.
That may be right.
I know that's in the that was one of our things to talk about for the future.
Yes. So, top 5 things not to do. And we are going to be featuring Tracy from Middle of the Magic Travel, so you can learn a little bit more about the travel agency. So with that said, we really don't have much else to do, except, did you get the trivia?
Oh, I never got you any trivia, did I?
What? That's all right. We don't need any trivia. I'm probably not going to know the answer anyway.
You know what I think we're going to start going with?
What?
I'm going to start asking the audience to come up with trivia for us.
Oh, my word. Well, go ahead. I used to know all this stuff, y'all.
Yeah, used to.
Used to. Yeah. I used to know all of it, and now I don't know. I think I've just crammed so many other things in my brain. I'm still a Disney nerd, though. Definitely still a Disney nerd. All right. Well, I guess that's it then, right?
Oh, no. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh. Well, so I have to talk for 2 seconds?
You got to talk for 2 seconds.
4-part challenge was fun. I'm looking forward to my next trip. My next trip is at Caribbean Beach with my mom and my oldest child and my sister. And we're going down for Destination D, but I'm on the wait list for the Destination D tickets. So if I don't get those, I'm planning on spending a lot of time doing nothing at Caribbean Beach. And I'm going to, as we like to say, the other parks too, going over to Universal so I can educate myself on Universal a little bit for all of our clients. All right, you ready?
I'm trying to find one's actually parks. I know how you're only a park person.
Yeah, I only do park trivia. I mean, you can try to throw out some other trivia for me, but chances are I probably don't know it. All right. Did you find something?
I did, but you won't know it.
Well, okay, we gotta go. People don't want to wait on us. Y'all don't want to wait on us.
You never know that.
Okay, with that said.
Okay. There's tons of them here, but all of them I keep finding are really cool ones about.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind. All right.
All right.
I'm going to pass.
All right. So, guys, we'll be back with you next week at 9 p.m.
Walt Disney World time.
You all have a fantastic week. We look forward to seeing you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.